Your attention, please. The program normally scheduled for this time, Disc Golfing in Hell with Osama bin Laden, will not be seen, so that we may bring you the following show by Austin's Groovalicious Perry Logan, The Return of Osama bin Laden. Can it be? No, Perry, say it ain't so.
Oh dear. Is that Osama bin Laden I see there? Destroying the city of Tokyo? Oh my god, he's back. Ladies and gentlemen, nuclear radiation in the ocean and other factors have caused Osama bin Laden to return to life in a 900-foot reptilian form. Play it, brother. Of Osama bin Laden. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the nightmarish, satiric return of Osama bin Laden. Play it, Osama. Play it, Osama. Everybody just go away, okay? I want to think about Osama bin Laden playing the bass, okay? Osama bin Laden frying in hell and playing the bass. Oh, ah, oh, ah, ooh.
On April 29th, 2011, President Barack Obama authorized a raid, codename Operation Neptune Spear, on bin Laden's suspected location near Abbottabad, Pakistan. Say it with me. Abbottabad, Pakistan. Abbottabad, Pakistan. Osama bin Laden died in Abbottabad, Pakistan. Well, that's what they tell us anyway. The body of Osama bin Laden, or so the story goes, was weighted down and dropped into the sea. But here's where the official story leaves off and Perry Logan begins. The body of Osama bin Laden was weighted down and dropped into the sea. But then you see, chemicals and radiation brought the body back to life and caused it to expand to gigantic size, a height in toto of some 900 feet. It's the return of Osama bin Laden. Why are you looking at me that way? I said, why are you looking at me this way? Or is it because I'm looking at you in a kind of a funny way? Isn't that weird? Okay. Hey, welcome to the return of Osama bin Laden. It's something you're only going to find out here on the Perry Logan Show, where you get a version of the truth that's so intense it would like sear the neurons and fry the brains of ordinary people. Take it from me. Hey, I keep morphing, and so does Osama bin Laden. That's why it's possible for him to return to life and become 900 feet tall. And in a very real sense, that's what has happened. That would be the secret point here, you know, behind all the excitement, the imagery, the metaphors, and the drugs. Did I say drug? Behind it all it is some just basic symbolism. The 900-foot revivified and somewhat reptilian Osama bin Laden, who dominates this show, is a good symbol for this man who, well, stands as a giant in American history. Is it okay for me to say that? Oh, Tim, that's gotta hurt. I don't know. I think Perry looks pretty oblivious. He rather enjoys doing his shows upside down, in case you hadn't noticed. Yeah, he makes us do all the work. Well, he just sits there doing little footsie dances. I'm hardly surprised that an audience who has just been dancing on Osama bin Laden's grave will be a little irked when Perry says that Osama bin Laden stands as a towering figure in world history. Yeah, Tim, but you know, Perry's got a point, as always. Osama only brought down the two biggest empires in world history. I should think that alone should make him a giant, compared to, say, that dwarfish little worm, Obama. Okay, Jim, we don't want to get political. We're just sports announcers. He's getting up. This is Ian Logan of the BBC. Not really. Interviewing the new, reborn, 900-foot, that's 715-meter Osama bin Laden. Thank you, Ian. It is a pleasure to be reborn in a 900-foot form and a pleasure to be on your show. Perhaps I, Ian Logan, should inform the audience that Osama bin Laden was killed recently and dropped into the sea of skepticism where, due to radiation and chemicals, he was reborn as a 900-foot reptilian creature. That's about it, Ian. So tell me, Osama, are you surprised to be a 900-foot reptilian creature who has recently laid waste to the city of Tokyo? Yes, Ian, frankly, I'm a bit surprised to be alive. You know, I'm just a gigantic symbol. No, what do you mean by that, Osama? The real Osama bin Laden lies at the bottom of the ocean, his eyes transformed into pearls. Full fathom 5, Osama lies. Those are pearls that were his eyes. Look! Oh, that was pretty trippy there, Osama. Thank you, Ian. I've been working on my magic tricks. The real Osama bin Laden died. But the symbolic one that Perry is talking about might as well be a 900-foot Godzilla-like creature. Could you elaborate on your symbolic qualities? Why, yes, Ian. And then I'm afraid I have to go crush a few cities. Don't you understand how much money the United States spent? Don't you understand that I, Osama bin Laden, have brought down the two biggest empires in U.S. history? Holy Toledo. Good idea. I believe I'll go crush Toledo now. Toledo? What you got against Toledo, Osama? They all must go. It's the return of Osama bin Laden. Play it, brother. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Neptune, god of the ocean. This is Neptune, god of the ocean. I love you all. No, I'm going to turn into Neptune. Watch this. Watch. Oh, it didn't work. Sometimes it doesn't work. Okay, here we go. I'm going to turn into Neptune. Ready? I don't get it. All right, I will try once again.
This is Neptune, god of the sea.
All right. We're having some fun. Here's what happened. In recent history, President Barack Obama got really lucky. I'll start over. In recent history, President Barack Obama, in a rare stroke of luck. Okay, I'm starting over. I'm sorry. This is Neptune, god of the sea, and here's what happened. They really did kill Osama bin Laden. Perry thinks so. I, Neptune, hey, I know. Oh, even as I speak, Osama bin Laden is moldering within the breast of the great sea over which I hold sway. Check it out. My friends, this is the literal truth. Full fathom 5, Osama lies. Those are pearls that were his eyes. Look! Yes, I, Neptune, and Perry Logan agree. Osama really is dead. All right, but here's what happened. They dropped the body into the sea. They really did. But they dropped him into a sea of skepticism, a world in which people everywhere have their own theories. It's like conspiracy city everywhere. Is Osama really dead? Why did they kill him that way? Why didn't they capture him? Why didn't Obama release the photographs of the recently slaughtered man? How could Pakistan know? And on, my friends. They dropped Osama, hopefully, into the sea, thinking maybe everyone would forget, but just the opposite occurred. Chemicals and radiation in the ocean have brought Osama bin Laden back to life as a 900-foot reptilian figure who has already decimated certain portions of Tokyo. But only portions that needed to be torn down, so it's okay. Anyway, Perry really means, though, that Osama stands as a towering figure who brought down no less than the 2 biggest empires ever.
Had to come up for air, and you're a good sport. Hey, here's what happened. Look at the money, for example. Look at how much do you suppose it cost Osama bin Laden to bring off 9/11? That for which we remember him. Well, I've heard, people have actually crunched these numbers, and it was a couple hundred thousand. Okay, hey, look at a couple 100,000 to do 9/11. Hey, and yes, Al Qaeda did 9/11. Okay, you see, if Bush Cheney had planned 9/11, as the truthers say. Hey, truthers, if Bush Cheney had planned 9/11, 9/11 would never have happened. There you go. That's for the truthers. That's for the truthers. Did I call them truthers? Truthers. Think about the differential of money, which some people have done, okay? This is something I heard about. When you just think about how much money has the United States squandered, okay, pooped away, piddly-diddled away, oh, just totally wasted and of course tragically wasted as a result of this 900-foot reptilian figure that stands behind me even as I speak. You just can't see him, all right? That makes him just like a towering figure. But we must have spent and lost and wasted, trillions, many trillions. United States economy works in terms of trillions of dollars of all kinds of different things that are apparently pretend to be money. You know the deal. And thanks to Osama, we are more than bankrupt. We are kind of super bankrupt, going down the tubes. We, like Osama himself, are sinking into some kind of sea, right? Some kind of ocean, some kind of sea, 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 some kind of ocean, some kind of sea. The U.S. is going down the tubes most assuredly, and I regret to say that there is truth to the symbolism, the rather lurid symbolism of the return of Osama bin Laden. Well, don't you see, we essentially, not to put too fine a point on it, we essentially killed Osama to get closure. Is this reasonable? No. We, the U.S., killed Osama bin Laden to get a feeling of closure. That was the main reason. And instead of closure, we get nothing but skepticism, nothing but theories. Wow, a golden age of conspiracy theories. Just recently, Obama decided not to release photographs of the corpse of the man he had arranged to murder. And people are dancing on the grave of Osama bin Laden, and I'm pretty sure that's human nature. Okay, I'm not going to get weird about people dancing on Osama's grave. No love lost between us, but there was no sense of closure, not even close, right? People wouldn't have believed he was dead, no matter how many photographs we'd shown, or if they had indeed, heaven forbid, trotted out the corpse or whatever. Nothing in this grisly matter would convince people who are skeptics. Conspiracy people, I love them all, but they are total skeptics. They will accept no evidence that disproves the conspiracy. That's kind of how they keep it going. It's called selective skepticism, by the way. Little note here. It's not my idea, but I did read that conspiracy people, who are everywhere now, conspiracy people stay in business through a process called selective skepticism. And that's as simple as can be. You just reject the evidence that doesn't support your theory. How's that for easy? That's how they do it, from the 9/11 truthers to the global warming cranks to the birthers. These are all conspiracy people. And now, almost everybody seems to be a conspiracy theorist with Osama bin Laden. And I'm not really, I think they really killed him. And I think they did it to get closure. And it's important to see how nothing like closure has occurred, you see. Obama is experiencing the inevitable bump in his polls, but even the lefties are saying, I don't suppose he's going to do anything. I don't want to be down in the mouth, but... Oh my God, Harry has morphed into a down-in-the-mouth monster. This guy really loves to morph, doesn't he? As he realizes that all but the most optimistic lefties, and a few who are paid, have given up all hope that Obama is going to lift a finger to change anything despite his little bump. Yeah, everyone seems to be waking up to the reality that far from closure, all that people can talk about now is, who's in charge of Al-Qaeda now? Or is he really dead? And the whole bit, you see, no closure that's where we get this whole return of, okay? You understand this symbolism here? There's going to be a quiz? There is going to be a quiz in just a minute. in which we say, you know what, this 900-foot reptilian Osama, who haunts this show, crushing cities everywhere. Well, that's because it's just a simple symbol. He's a towering figure in recent history. Osama bin Laden. Good Lord, did he not bring down or have a huge hand bringing down the two biggest empires? That's the USSR and the USA, the two biggest, baddest, toughest empires in U.S. history. Is this not a singular accomplishment? Hey, Jim, I'm getting a love the sight of those feet, aren't you? Not really, Tim. And could you not sit so close to me? Harry's sure right about the money differential, isn't he? Al-Qaeda must have spent a few $100,000 to bring off 9/11, and the U.S. has pretty much imploded economically, losing trillions of dollars, not to mention the millions of lives destroyed. The lives that will haunt the karma of the United States for centuries into the future. The laws that make Osama bin Laden, hate him though we may, the true 900-foot giant of recent U.S. history. Take it home, baby! Hey, what's the deal with Republican sex scandals? Hey, you gotta go to this webpage. It's a real webpage. It's called Republican Sex Scandals, done by the good people at Daily Cost. And you will find, among other things, that Republicans have a serious pedophilia problem. I'll give you that again. Republicans have a serious pedophilia problem. That's why Perry puts this sign up again. Play it, brother. It ain't music, but it makes Perry happy. What the heck? Osama bin Laden is dead. Hey, Osama bin Laden is dead. Dropped into the sea. Here's me dancing on Osama's grave. Osama bin Laden is dead. Yeah. Osama bin Laden is dead. Yeah. There, now that I've got that off my chest, you see, but something terrible happened. I guess we all thought it was going to be a big sense of closure, emotional closure. Why else kill the guy? Hey, why kill Osama bin Laden other than to get emotional closure? Shows you what an adult nation we are, right? Infantile emotions govern our foreign policy. Okay. But closure? No. We got no closure. We got skepticism everywhere. I, Perry Logan, am one of the only people in the world who basically believes, stories of 900-foot reptilian Osamas notwithstanding, in all seriousness, I pretty much believe what I heard. I believe that Osama was killed and that his body was dumped at sea. Oh, isn't this awful? Isn't this awful? What an awful time we live in, that this is what we're dancing around over this kind of stuff. It gives us all the creeps, we give ourselves the creeps. And all this jazz about a 900-foot reptilian Osama has to do with this huge fact that he just kind of brought the empire down. Don't you think the empire's going down? The U.S. did have a fighting chance in the year 2008. You see, Bush Cheney, I think, did enough damage to the country that its future survival was in question. Could the Democrats save us? And the answer is no. The answer is no way. My version of it is simply that we hired the Democrats. We, the people, most of us, a good solid majority of voters, said, Democrats, can you fix it? And the Democrats said, no, we're not even gonna try. Hence, the towering figure of Osama bin Laden strides across the land as the Democrats have made the Bush-Cheney monstrosity business as usual. Thank you, Obamacrats. Hey. I thank you with my giant mouth, Obamacrats. Hey. Hey, Obamacrats, I love you all, but you have my permission to leave the Democratic Party!
Osama bin Laden.
Ladies and gentlemen, through the magic of modern technology and an unhinged imagination, we now present the 900-foot reptilian version of Osama bin Laden, who, dropped into a sea of skepticism, has returned to life as a 900-foot reptilian figure. Here he goes!
This is Osama bin Laden. I'm dead, goddammit! This is Osama bin Laden. What is this nonsense about me returning as a 900-foot reptilian monster and taking out portions of the city of Tokyo? Will you people let me rest in peace? Don't you see, I, Osama bin Laden, was really tossed into the ocean. It's not my fault. I tower above your puny American president. Can you hear what I'm saying? Can you hear what I'm saying to this damn thing? This is Osama bin Laden. I wrecked your country, okay? I wrecked your country, okay? You dance on my grave, I dance on the grave of the American Empire. Check it out.
Ladies and gentlemen, the management would like to apologize for this uninhibited performance by the revivified Osama bin Laden, who is dancing on the grave of the American Empire. Go, Osama, go! 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 Go, Osama, go! No! Go! Well, the return of Osama bin Laden. Turns out the joke is that Perry really believes the man is dead. But he seems to have succeeded, taking down the U.S. empire. Certainly, so long as the Democrats think they're